What's good, boys? How are we all going? So, I had another losing day today, unfortunately, but overall, I am super okay with it because I followed the rules and I followed my plan. And I think this week, all week, I've managed to do that really well. From a P&L point of view, this week, I didn't do great. It's Friday today, so no more trades. But yeah, from a P&L point of view, I didn't do great. But from a point of view of just being a disciplined trader and following the plan, I think I did great. So I'm trying not to focus on the P&L. I'm just trying to focus on the process because that has been my biggest issue is not focusing on the process. And as long as I'm following my process and making all the right decisions, there is nothing to be ashamed in myself of. I think I've been doing super well. So overall, I think I've had a really good week. And just speaking of discipline, I want to talk about how I've been trying to have more discipline outside of my trading and how I think it's been translating. So I watched this video from Salman. Can't remember his last name. You might have heard of him. He's a trader. And he does these psychological lectures. And he was talking about having discipline outside of trading and how that reflects into your trading. And he was just basically saying, like, you know, if you're not going to the gym, if you're not practicing good habits, then you're never going to be a good trader. And this week, I've been super good with these things. I've been working out every day. I'm meal prepped. I've just been eating beef and rice. Super boring, I know. But, you know, it's good for my goals. It's healthy, somewhat. No veggies, but whatever. I have been scrolling less on social media. That's a huge problem that I have, is just spending way too much of my day wasting my time, wasting my dopamine, and just brain rotting. Switching between TikTok, Instagram, YouTube all the time. So that's something I've been trying really hard to cut out. And in turn, my trading has been better. When I blew that account, I was in a pretty bad place. I was scrolling all the time. I wasn't working out. And so, don't get me wrong. 1 week of discipline, you can't even call that discipline, but it's a start. And, you know, these things have been making me trade better, and I need to just keep following them. I need to be working out every day. I need to keep eating healthy. And I'm saying this because I'm trying to reinforce these habits to myself. Just like my trade recaps, where I talk about things because I think that it's going to instill more discipline into me. And when I make these videos, I'm realizing the things that I'm doing wrong in the moment as I'm saying it to you guys. It's the same with this. It's the same thing. I need to be working out every day. I need to be eating better. I need to stop scrolling if I want to be a good trader. And don't get me wrong, I know that I'm not the guy that you want to hear advice from about trading, because you all know I haven't made money from trading. But if there's one thing I can say, it's just be disciplined outside of your trading, and it will help you. And even if it doesn't help you in your trading, it's still going to help you. You're still going to feel better. You're still going to be doing better for yourself. So I really hope that all of you guys, if you're going through a rough patch in your trading, if you're going through a real struggle at the moment, I know a lot of people are, my one piece of advice that I can give you, and I feel like I am in a position where I can tell you this, is do some exercise, try to eat a bit better, and get off your fucking phone. Like, that will help you, and it's been really helping me. So, yeah. Shit, man. Maybe I should give you guys a physique check. I don't know. I'm going to give you guys a physique check. And then in like 1 month from now, so the date today is the 24th of May. In 1 month from now, I'm going to come back here and do another one. And I'm going to be fucking way better, alright? Wait, I might cut this shit out. Alright, how are we looking, boys? Not great, I know. Like, bit of fucking back knee, sorry about that. But, like, I don't know. I don't think it's terrible, but I can definitely get rid of some of this shit and some of this, you know? Sorry, I don't know if that was a bit TMI, but fucking whatever, dude. Dude. What the fuck? Bro, that was the most spastic thing I've ever done. Holy shit. Okay. Where was I? Alright, I need to get into this trade recap. I have another quote. And wait, I didn't even say a quote yet. I have a quote. And I saw this Iron Man trading video, and he said, it was this guy on Twitter, and he said, before I enter a trade, I ask myself one question. I ask myself, would I be surprised if this trade stopped me out? And if the answer isn't very fucking surprised, then I don't enter the trade. And bro, that's what I did today. I am very surprised that I got stopped out here. Genuinely, I'm so surprised that I got stopped out here. Let me just cover it real quick. So I wanted to see this 4-hour candle put in a bottom wick. We still haven't done that. And I still believe that we will do that. So unlucky for me. It was a 10 a.m. power of 3 that I was aiming for. So I wanted to see this 10 a.m. candle when it opened put in a bottom wick, which it never really did. And the reason for that is because we were inside of this 50% range. If I just drag this out, we're at 50% of this big move down here. We tapped into this hourly fair value gap. So a solid place for a, not reversal, but a continuation of that downtrend. And from there, I saw we got an SMT with ES. ES took this high at this point, and NQ didn't. Then we got a change in the state of delivery on the 5-minute, as well as a 2-minute inversion. And I used to, so this was my entry right here on this candle. Sorry, wait. No, bro, my bad. My entry was here. Sorry. And I was targeting all the way down here. I just had to cut it because I just had a huge brain fart and completely forgot where I was. I tried filming this before. This is my second take. This was my entry here on this 5-minute candle. And yeah, so I put my stop at this high. I could have put my stop here because we had an SMT, but I didn't. We got this 5-minute change in the state of delivery here below this candle that swept the highs here. And we also had a 2-minute inversion on the lower time frame. So I used to just look for... the fuck? Okay. I used to just look for a 2-minute inversion or something like that. And it led me to getting stopped out straight away so often. So I do wait for a change in the state of delivery now. It's just a little bit of extra confirmation I've added in. Then I wanted to see price come down and at least... so this was where the 10 a.m. candle opened. This is where I wanted to see a bottom wick get put in. We came down there, and the only thing that I really could have done here better was move my stop to break even, because realistically, what is happening? I don't want to see this 4-hour candle once it flips bearish. I don't really want to see that candle come back up again. So I probably should have gone break even here. Maybe that was my ego a bit stopping me from doing that, and if I had done that, it would have saved me from taking a loss. But overall, bro, we had, I was in line with the higher time frame trend. I was in a discount. We were in a discount of this range here, so it's a good place for a retracement and then continue lower. We had a 5-minute change in the state of delivery, so I waited for some higher time frame confirmation. We had a lower time frame inversion. There was a wick that still needed to get put in. There was good TPs. Unfortunately for me, I was just wrong. But in terms of my plan, this was A++, and I'm very surprised that I got stopped out. But I really need to go to bed, dude. It's 2:25 a.m. I'm going to try and wrap it up real quick. What can I even say? I hope that all of you guys have a good weekend, and I hope that you guys all had a good trading week. it's been super rough market conditions, and personally for me, I really have been struggling recently with just getting good trades. So I hope that you guys have managed to survive this week, and hopefully next week will be better. But I appreciate all of you guys for watching. I really do. And yeah, I'll catch you next week. See you, boys.